Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is March the 8th, 2017. This is the home of cryptocurrency straight talk, no fancy set or graphics, just information. Hey, thanks for the reoccurring Bitcoin. And Barry, thanks for the Steam. Everyone, this is going to be a really rush show. I just had to get some stuff off my chest. I'm just going to be reading random notes I took, but please tune in later at 5 p.m. Eastern time for the Michael Krieger interview. You'll be able to ask questions, hopefully. Michael Krieger of Liberty Blitzkrieg, check him out. All right, so I also, yesterday, I was so, intensely talking about Roger Ver and everything. I forgot to mention that, I forgot to even say segregated witness is something that I support being implemented. And that if you're concerned about Bitcoin and micropayments and scaling and speed of transactions, then support SegWit, okay? That's your answer right there. It's a soft fork. It doesn't risk splitting Bitcoin into two because of a hard fork. So that's something I should have mentioned yesterday instead of just raging against how foolish the Roger Ver bailout is, the Bitcoin Unlimited plan. All right, so we're actually going to talk about an aspect of the Bitcoin Unlimited plan, because there are people out there that are like, well, what's the worst can happen? I can end up with 2 different Bitcoin. And then people like me say, well, people ended up with 2 different Ethereums, and that wasn't too cool. So I'm going to give the link to the Ethereum charts so you can check out the price of Ethereum from the time of the hard fork, the DAO disaster, to now. And in terms of, first of all, I want to say that there are people out there, there are entities out there, I guess, some Ethereum people, and I'm not saying they're bad people or anything like that, but they want Bitcoin to be weak because they think that Ethereum will go up in value. But I'm telling you, if this Bitcoin Unlimited thing happens, it could destroy cryptocurrency as we know it. So don't think that, oh, if it hurts Bitcoin, it's going to help my coin out. That's not something to think about this. So when Ethereum split, before the DAO, it was worth 0.033 Bitcoin at times. That's a lot. Sometimes it was 0.026. So let's just say 0.026. That's what Ethereum was. I mean, it had gotten up to 0.033 Bitcoin when at the height of the Ethereum hype. And again, I have said this before, I'm going to say this again. We have no idea how high it would have gone if that momentum would have continued. But a lot of people are like, well, it's almost worth what it was back then. It's $18 today. It was like $20 then. I think it got over $20 back then. But let's not think about it in terms of dollars. Let's think of it in terms of Bitcoin. Because in the end of the day, everyone says, Ethereum is so great, it's a better investment than Bitcoin, right? Right? And now Ethereum is worth, and it just surged up to this recently, 0.015 Bitcoin. So it was worth 0.026 beforehand. So you add in how much Ethereum Classic is worth now, it's about 0.001. So that totals 0.016 Bitcoin. So after the fork, you end up with 2 coins that are worth 0.016 combined, when previously there was 1 coin that was worth 0.026 and sometimes was as high as 0.033. And I just don't see how anyone can think that's a good thing, that outcome is a good thing. How is that outcome good at all? You'd be better not playing with all those Ethereums and have just held your Bitcoin. And like many of us did. And many of us are quite pleased that we were holding our Bitcoin. So let's say Bitcoin hard forks then and splits in 2. There's no proof. It's going to go down in value, I'd say, because I'm basing it off of those numbers. Those are hardcore numbers right there. And another thing, we live in this little, first of all, let me read what I said. We get into this thing that just split. Okay, why would people, and when I say could destroy cryptocurrency totally, people are going to think, why should I get into this cryptocurrency thing when the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, can just randomly split? What is the point? Gold doesn't split randomly into two. There's no gold 1 and gold 2. I mean, why? Both this event and the this potential event, if Bitcoin split into two, and the Ethereum event were bailouts of certain community members at the expense of the future. That's when I say bailout, that's what I mean. It is the expense of the future. It's the price of Ethereum is not what it was in Bitcoin previously. It's a fact. Check the charts. I just gave you the numbers. We here in cryptocurrency land, we live in this tech bubble. And most of us, and most people out there have no idea how to even handle a cryptocurrency. So something like this, Bitcoin splitting in two, is going to turn so many people off. The user, it's not easy for people to interact with Bitcoin now. Imagine if there were two Bitcoin. It is not a positive development. It will scare people away, scare investors away. It is a moral hazard that this type of thing can happen to help certain people. It's just split in two and confuse everyone. Is it going to split in two again? That's what people are going to wonder. Is it going to split in 4 again? I mean, we don't. Bitcoin does not need that type of uncertainty. And again, I'm a lot of people are like, well, Adam, why are you against Bitcoin Unlimited? You say you believe these tech people, you don't know about that. And then people ask me specific tech things about Bitcoin Unlimited. I'm not a tech guy. So I rely on the smart tech people. There's nothing wrong with that. But still, I can have an opinion. I'm a numbers guy. I'm giving you numbers, okay? I listen to the tech guys on the tech app. Don't give me a purity test about the difference between the hard fork and soft fork on a certain level. Screw that, dudes. That'll mean nothing if they're two Bitcoins. And the whole, no one wants to get into it because people are totally confused about what is this thing. And I will get into why, are you really a numbers guy, Adam? Why should I think? First of all, I give you simple numbers to understand it, but a little later we'll talk about why I'm a numbers guy. Okay, so today also the price has dropped of Bitcoin. On every little bit of FUD news out there, the speculators are selling to get you to sell. So you need to get used to this. You need to get ready for Friday when Bitcoin falls to $1,000 and the Ethereum, the ETF is not approved. You need to get that. If you don't have a strong hand yet to get through a situation where it's going to drop $150 all at once, then you got to prepare for it right now. Because there is no point in selling. It's a competition. They are trying to rip you off of your Bitcoin. There is no point in selling. All right. So I get my notes here. Oh, anyway, so why are you even keeping your Bitcoin on exchange, by the way? You shouldn't have your Bitcoin in the exchange. People keep coming up to me telling me, or over email and in person yesterday here in Lisbon, that they keep their Bitcoin in exchange so they can sell it if it drops $100 or whatever. Get it off the exchanges. That's the worst thing you can do. Who cares about ETF and all that thing? Please, you'll have a stronger hand. First of all, you won't be tempted to sell it, but it's going to get stolen from those exchanges eventually. All of the exchanges are completely unreliable. Bitfinex, which is listed as one of the elite exchanges, was freaking hacked before. Come on, get your Bitcoin off that. That's really common sense stuff. So there is an article, and by the way, take note, all the major altcoins were down today also, for what it's worth. It just shows you when there's a big FUD about Bitcoin, big panic, they all go down a lot of the times, and why they all could die if Bitcoin has a hard fork. And there's an article out there, Bloomberg News, investors who missed Bitcoin rally go for Dash, Ether, Monero, et cetera, et cetera. It's a fluff piece. Some lady decided I guess it's actually a FUD piece against Bitcoin, just, Bitcoin might not be a thing, so get involved with Dash, Ether, and Monero. And I'm not saying they're bad or whatever, but, I'm saying just buy Bitcoin, purely buy Bitcoin. But this woman, it's so hilarious. What kind of type of article is this? She makes sure to interview 2 women and 2 men, I believe it was. The cryptocurrency community is 95% men. What type of article is this? What is the logic? And nothing against women. I hope women do cryptocurrency. But let's face it, this is a man's field right now. And there you go. That's why Adam Meister knows his numbers, okay? Because I don't work for anyone else. I can say stuff like that with my face showing about how this is clearly biased against men by interviewing 2 women, the totally politically incorrect thing like that. I don't have to worry about getting fired because I work for myself. I've acquired enough money over time because I understand numbers that I can say whatever I feel like on this channel. I am a Zionist. And people are scared to say things like that. I can say anything. I can't be fired. I work for me. So that's how you know that Adam Meister knows numbers. He's built up enough money over time by understanding numbers that I can say anything I want to, anything. So remember that when you're saying, well, you don't know this tech thing, and how do I know you know about numbers? I know about numbers, dudes. I know about business, and I know when there's a technical problem, you go to the best technical people out there. The best technical people are part of Bitcoin Core, not 5 guys that are friends with Roger Ver. Okay? So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. I have no time to do the chat right now. And I had to be interviewed by someone else actually in 15 minutes. I will say hi quickly over in the chat. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.